Hola, soy yo, tu profesor de español, y te voy a contar un cuento de lo que me ocurrió anoche en la discoteca. Yo fui a la discoteca y bailé con mujeres altas y bajas, muy bonitas y muy feas, inteligentes y tontas. Pero había una mujer en particular que me interesó y me acerqué a ella y yo dije, hola, ¿quieres bailar conmigo? Y ella dijo, no. Yo estaba sorprendido y le dije, ¿por qué no quieres bailar conmigo? Yo soy muy guapo y yo hablo español. Ella dijo, es verdad, tú eres muy guapo, pero yo tengo un novio. Yo le dije, yo no creo que tú tengas un novio. Ella dijo, sí, yo tengo un novio y él es muy fuerte. Yo dije, yo dudo que tu novio sea fuerte. Ella dijo, sí, mi novio es fuerte y él sabe taekwondo. Yo dije, no creo que él sepa taekwondo. De repente apareció su novio. Y sí, él era grande y fuerte y sí, él sabía taekwondo. Yo dije a su novio, yo dudo que tú me pegues en el club. Pero sí, él me pegó y me caí. Cuando me desperté, yo me acerqué a la mujer otra vez y le dije, yo creo que tú tienes un novio y yo no dudo que él es fuerte y sabe taekwondo. Okay, in that story, which was a true story, you heard these phrases. And maybe you noticed that there was some subjunctive used. Yo no creo que tú tengas, que tu novio sea, él sepa, yo dudo que tú me pegues. And some sentences did not use subjunctive. Yo creo que tú tienes. Yo no dudo que él es y sabe. Why? Why are the sentences with the red verbs subjunctive and the ones with the purple verbs not? Well, it's a matter of doubt. We're going to talk about the subjunctive with doubt. You'll notice the ones in red have doubt phrases. Yo no creo, I don't believe. Yo dudo que, I doubt. But the ones in purple are not doubt, they're certain. Yo creo que tú tienes, I believe that you have. So, we're worried about the subjunctive with doubt. Now, there's some things we're going to review here that you don't need to write down. You can write them down if you want to, but you've already written them down, and I'm not going to check this tomorrow. This doesn't need to be in your notes. If you want to, if you like to write, it helps you review, that's good. Or if you've lost notes from before, that's fine, because this is important. So far, we've used the subjunctive to express hopes, wishes and desires, wants and needs. We also use the subjunctive when we are expressing doubt. That's the big one for today. That's the new time that we use the subjunctive to express doubt. For example, I doubt that Soro has a girlfriend. I doubt that Rafael studies much for his physics exams. I doubt that Maximiliano eats ham every day of the week. I can't think of examples. In order to use the subjunctive, we need, and we've talked about this before, we need an expression of want, hope, wish, desire, and now we're adding doubt. We have to be expressing one of those things. We need a change of subject. This is something that we sometimes forget. There has to be a change. I want that you do something. I doubt that you do something. We doubt that they do something. My dad doubts that I do something. There has to be two different subjects. It can't just be me doubting myself, as I do every day, but that's a different story. And we also have to include the word que, which means that. Also a review of how we take a verb when we know we want to use subjunctive and we make it into the subjunctive form. We start with the present yo form, which is almost always going to end with an O. We drop the O as if it were hot, and then we add the opposite ending. For AR verbs, we're going to use the letter E. Es, amos, en. For ER or IR verbs, we're going to go to the opposite a. As, amos, an. Examples, alquilar, to rent, an A verb, an AR verb. Yo form alquilo with an O, drop the O, add the opposite ending, so this is an A verb, so the opposite is an E, alquile. then we need to be able to use it for the different subjects. So if somebody doubts that I rent, or somebody wants that I rent, or hopes that I rent, after the que we would say yo alquile, tú alquiles, ella alquile, nosotros alquilemos, ellos alquilen. An e-verb, esconder, to hide. Escondo is our yo form with the O. Drop that O. Opposite ending for an e-verb is a. Esconda. Yo esconda, tú escondas, ella esconda, nosotros escondamos, ellos escondan. Now remember, the reason we do that first step yo form is because we have verbs like tener, to have. Our yo form has a funky G in there. Tengo. We have to leave that G in there. We drop the O. Opposite is an A. Tenga. And I'll go through these quickly. Tenga, tengas, tenga, tengamos, tengan. Hacer. Hago is our yo form. Drop the O. Haga. It's an E verb, hacer, normally. Opposite is haga. Excuse me. Haga, hagas, haga, hagamos, hagan. Our irregulars. Ser, to be, sea, and we have different forms, seas, sean. Ir, vaya, vayas, vayamos, etc. Saber, to know, sepa. That was in the story from the other night at the club. I said, yo dudo que él sepa taekwondo. I doubt that he knows taekwondo. Unfortunately, he did. De for dar, and estar for este. Those don't really look irregular, but they are, just because the yo form ends in y. But dar, de, estar, este. Okay, this is what you need to write down. This is what I'm going to check tomorrow for your homework grade, is if you have these notes in your notebook, and there aren't many. The first thing we need to know is, the first thing we need to have are the phrases that we'll use to start subjunctive with doubt. When we talked about hopes and wishes and desires, we use phrases like quiero que, ojalá que, espero que, es importante que, and so on. We have the same idea here with doubt. Now, there are lots of them, but we're going to focus on two right now, and we're going to focus on just saying that I doubt or I don't believe. The first one, yo dudo que, comes from the verb dudar, which means to doubt. Yo dudo que, I doubt that. And the second one, yo no creo que, and we've seen creo in the past. The verb creer means to believe. Yo no creo que, I don't believe that. Now, if I take the no out and I say yo creo que, now things change because I don't need subjunctive because it's not doubt. But for right now, let's worry about yo no creo que. I don't believe that. All right, some examples. I have a lot of examples here. Let's just pick at least 3 or 4 of them to write down in your notes, but watch them all. So you can pick whichever ones you want. First one, I doubt that you live on the street. Okay, I doubt, yo dudo, que tú vivas en la calle. I doubt that you live on the street. An S at the end of vivas because it's you. I don't believe your father is the president of Canada. Yo no creo que tu padre sea el presidente de Canadá. I doubt we sing in Spanish class. Let's say we have a new student that comes to school and you say, hey, we're going to sing in Spanish class tomorrow. And that student says, no, I doubt we sing in Spanish class. Yo dudo que nosotros cantemos en la clase de español. Canta is an A verb. We use an E for the opposite, and we put cantemos because it's we, nosotros. Cantemos en la clase de español. See if you can do this. I doubt that your cousin is a movie star. I'm going to use some vocabulary here from our current unit. Yo dudo que tu primo sea estrella de cine. I don't believe the popcorn costs more than the tickets. No, yo no creo que las palomitas cuesten más que las entradas. Notice cuesten with en because palomitas is plural. I doubt that they record the episodes live. 3 vocabulary terms in this one. If you remember, the verb to record is grabar, like you're grabbing something with a video camera. Yo dudo que ellos graben los episodios en vivo. I don't believe that the soap opera is about dolphins. You remember our phrase for is about when you're talking about a TV show or a movie? Se trata de. Trata normally. So opposite is going to be trate. Yo no creo que la telenovela se trate de delfines. Bueno. Rewind, go back if you need to see it again to understand or get things copied down. Remember, you want to have it copied in your notes, but you also want to understand. Also, write down any questions that you have, and you can ask them in class. And to send us out, our buddy Homer and his wife. Here they go.
Efectos secundarios. Lo dice aquí. Conducta errática, paranoia, diarrea.
No creo que tenga diarrea.
¿Y cómo lo sabemos, Marge? ¿Cómo lo sabemos?
We just watched a YouTube video inside another YouTube video. It's like Inception. You notice that Marge said, no creo que tenga diarrea. And she used the usted form, but I don't believe that you have diarrhea. Ciao.